Good morning, family. Today is Tuesday, which is Teaching Tuesday. Before I start, let me say happy birthday to my aunt and my pastor, Darrell Johnson. I hope today's amazing. And so I was struggling. I'm like, God, what do you want me to say to the people? And for Teaching Tuesday, he said, tell them this on Tuesday. Take the limits off of me. Teaching Tuesday's topic is take the limits off. I got a couple verses, and we're going to Exodus chapter 3, verse 13. Then Moses said to God, "Indeed, when I come to the children of Israel and say to them, the God of your fathers has sent me to you, and they say to me, what is his name, and what shall I say to them? And God said to Moses, I am who I am. And he has said, thus you shall say to the children of Israel, I am has sent me to you." So first of all, God sends an angel down to light this bush on fire, but the bush is on fire but never gets burned, right? And God's voice is coming out of this bush, and he tells Moses basically, look, Pharaoh, you about to tell Pharaoh to let my people go, and that's how it's gonna be. And he's like, okay. So Moses is obedient, but he's just like, what if they don't believe me? And like, who am I supposed to say this came from? And God said, I am who I am. Regular human being, Moses is doubtful. You know, he believes God and he's going to be obedient, but he's just like, I don't see how I fit in this plan. So one part of the story, Moses says, God, I know you're telling me to go speak to these people, but I'm not a public speaker. I'm not eloquent. Like, I'm not good at speaking. And God said, look, I'm going to be your mouth. And God gives him that reassurance that he's going to be his mouth, but Moses is still doubtful, and that's when God got angry. And he said, you know what? Aaron over here, he'll do it. Is that your brother? He'll be the mouthpiece. So boom, Aaron and Moses, they're being obedient. They go to Pharaoh and like, look, let our people go because the Lord said so. And Pharaoh's like, who is the Lord? What? Go ahead, boy. So then he makes the children of Israel do all this extra work. And the children of Israel are looking at Aaron and Moses like, we need to fight. Let's fight. And Moses, because he's doubtful, of course, he's looking at God like, why would you do this? He got the Tyrese face like, what do you want from me? Why would you pick me? So after Moses gets done with all this boohoo crying, why me, and all this other foolishness, God reminds him again, I am the Lord. So the next part of the story is where these 10 plagues come in. You can read them for yourself. The locusts, the boils, the hail, the livestock dying. But the last plague was when the firstborn in Egypt would die. The firstborn, including Pharaoh's heir to the throne, dies. And that's when he finally lets the children of Israel go. Now, one would think, after seeing all of this, how all of these plagues went through Egypt and didn't touch a hair on the children of Israel's head, you would think they wouldn't put limits on what God could do. But, of course, they're people. They're doubtful. So, then we get to the Red Sea. And that is when Pharaoh is coming after them, and they're like, okay, we stuck, like, what we about to do? And they're like, Moses, so you really just brought us all the way out here to die? Huh? That's what you did? Huh? Okay. And the children of Israel, they're real comedians. One of them was like, was it not enough graves in Egypt that you had to bring us all the way out here to die? Huh? I cracked up, y'all. I cracked up. But then, because Moses, he's like one of those people that tell you to have hope but scared. You can't tell somebody to take the limits off of God, but then you place the limits on God himself. So then he looking at God like, what we gotta do? And God said, why are you crying to me? Put your hand out there and tell that ocean to split now. So finishing up the story, Moses opens the Red Sea, the children of Israel cross, and then the Egyptians all drown because Moses closed the sea back up. Bam! God's good. So, but what I didn't understand is, why didn't the children of Israel just trust God from the beginning when he said, I am who I am. I am the Lord. That should be enough. People sit around wondering why their miracle hasn't happened yet because, see, you placing God in this box. Take the limits off of God. Once Moses got past all his doubt, that's when God could really show out. See, the doubt stops after all those plagues started happening, every time Moses was speaking, then God would come through on his behalf. Let me tell you something. Moses took the limits off of God, and that's what you need to do on today. Take the limits off of God. You want to see some miracles happen in your life? Take the limits off of God. Be blessed, y'all. Love y'all.